Hello, I'm playing Aether and Iron. Last time, I chose Luca to look after Benny, and this choice can decide which skills Benny can learn. If I choose Luca, Benny can learn brass and hustle, and if I choose Sophie, Benny can learn hustle and smarts, and if I choose Cress, Benny can learn brass and smarts. But these vehicle types are fixed to truck, wagon, and van, same to Luca. So Benny should ride heavy vehicle anyway, I think. For heavy vehicle, I think these three lines and strategists will be better. So I'll choose Cress for Benny.
Risk Benny in a ring or out in the streets just yet. Cress, show the kids some of that magic wrench. He can help you keep the vehicles in tip-top shape.
I guess I could use another hand in the garage. But you owe me one, Gia. I hope you have some clothes you don't mind getting dirty, Benny.
Oh yeah, I'm going to soup up my car so it's the fastest hunk of junk in the city.
Yeah. They say Benny can drive truck, van, wagon, and I think this is a bug. Now I chose Cress. Benny can learn brass and smarts, not hustle. Yes, smarts and brass, because I chose Cress to look after Benny, but he still can ride truck, van, and wagon, mostly heavy vehicles. Anyway, I'll use this party for now. And let's check some dialogues here.
Going.
Cress ain't much of a talker, is she? I try to get some chatter going while we work, and she just shrugs.
Give her some time. When she's working, she's working. She's just figuring out where to fit you in.
Huh, you might be onto something. She used to stonewall my one-liners, but I almost got a chuckle out of her. And she always slows down when I say I've never seen something before. Thanks for the insight. I'll keep at it.
So, ace reporter for the Crier, huh?
Hey, what's with the skepticism? I got your proof right here.
Benny rustles through his oversized bag and holds up a lovingly folded paper. Amidst the who's seeing who and who's taking what, an article by Benito Castellano decries the treatment of Aether rig workers. Okay, I get it, you're the real thing. How'd you land the gig anyway? The Midtown Crier's a rag, but even they got some standards.
I earned it. See, I started out in the barrio. I'd report scoops from my perch. Turns out, scandal, corruption, and malfeasance are hot topics. especially when they come from an unfiltered point of view. So I start thinking. I got scoops, contacts, and a following. All I'm missing is an official platform. The Midtown Criers work in a similar beat, so I apply to be one of their muckrakers.
And they hired you. Without so much as raising an eyebrow about hiring a kid?
Didn't matter. I tells them that if they wanted my dynamite scoop, they owed me the byline. My skills did the rest of the talking.
Most kids are selling papers. Meanwhile, you're out there writing them.
That's how it started. See, you're talking to the former numero uno bullhorn of the Newsy Union. Before I got my reporter badge, I was speaking at all our rallies and protests.
Sounds pretty impressive. So what made you give it up?
There was this reporter, real class act. She covers our protest, and it hits me. She ain't repeating the usual spin pieces. She's talking to the little guy and taking on fat cats with the unvarnished truth.
Must have really left an impression on you, huh?
Yeah, I figure, hot dog, if this is what journalistic integrity's supposed to look like, I want in. If you hear something juicy, let me know.
Need something? You know where to find me.
Yes, darling? Take care.
Look what the cat dragged in.
You used to live in Nation's Crusade, right? What was it like back then?
Smaller. Not many baronies risk hanging around the well. If it's not a gravity storm that gets you, it's a rival barony. But for folks with nowhere to go, it was a hope for a fresh start.
Folks like you.
Yeah, folks like me. Nation's Crusade believes in helping the downtrodden. And no one's more underfoot than an Aether Iron. I needed to get back on my feet. They gave me the space to do it. Wouldn't have been in any shape to run a garage otherwise.
How's Benny? Any problems?
The problem is he's overexcited. Wants to speed before he knows the difference between the accelerator and the brake. So I'm starting him small. Get him used to working with the basics.
You know, you sound a little like Sam when he talks about you.
Ah, so you want to take over babysitting duty, Randazzo.
Was Annie always so...
So, fire and brimstone?
A little, yeah. She didn't just turn on us. She sicked her guards on us the moment we said their barrier wasn't as divine as she claimed it was. Cress's shoulders tense, knots forming as her image of Annie tangles with mine.
Annie's always wanted to save the world. That much is real.
And the part about being chosen by God? That recent?
I don't know. If she ever believed it back then, she never said it. See ya.
Hello, Gia.
You seem pretty familiar with Nation's Crusade. Deal with them a lot with the Undercity League?
We try to maintain civil relations with all baronies when possible. It puts more tools in our belts for when needed, such as relocating our friends from the tomb, or finding somewhere for Cressa.
You really trusted Nation's Crusade with her that much?
Cressa needed somewhere she could recover safely. Many baronies are not kind to us, even when we've paid off our contracts. I knew Nation's Crusade would see her as a human in need of kindness.
No wonder you two are willing to stick up for Annie.
She was kind to Cressa, yes. And she is one of the most reasonable barons I'd ever worked with. However, it's been some years since she became baron. I'm afraid it's enabled her worst impulses.
Wouldn't be the first person to lose her head over authority. I doubt it's a coincidence that almost every baron we've run into is a power-hungry maniac. And Annie's got a whole flock cheering her on.
Even so, I want to believe she and Nation's Crusade can be better.
You don't seem nearly as eager as Hollywood to start a revolt. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were planning a funeral.
Apollo is young. He's fought enough battles to get a taste for the thrill, but what we're doing is still war. It may be necessary, but it's not something I take pleasure in.
Spoken like this isn't the first war you've been a part of.
It's not. It was a very long time ago. I was not too dissimilar from Apollo. Young, angry, and driven to change the world now, unable to think of what cost we'd later pay. At At that age, I felt I could do anything. Even run away from my free home and contract.
You ran away without paying off your contract? What about the terriers?
My eyes hadn't completely changed. Myself and a few others thought if we left before then, we could start again somewhere else. Why should the Baron miss a few Aetherneers? I'm sure it's no surprise that the Baron's terriers found us eventually. They burnt down the new lives we built. After that, I had little choice but to return to the free home.
The terriers tore apart your new life and forced you back to the free home. What happened after that?
What many angry young people do. Dedicate themselves to revenge. I undermined the Baron at every turn. I broke every rule I could for our people. And when the Baron went to war, we aided his enemies.
It's the sort of tale that'd have Apollo salivating. The underdog Aetherneer fighting back against oppression to save his home. But I know there's no happy ending. When the dust cleared, it didn't end up changing anything, right?
I'm afraid it did worse than that. The new Baron was crueler than the last. And when terriers were not enough to keep us in line, she would employ blacktails.
I feel ice wash down my spine. Blacktails might be high-living adventurers, but almost all of them cut their teeth on the battlefield. Barely trained Aetherneers would barely put a dent in them. I'm sorry, Sam.
Thank you. I've had years to come to terms with it. I might not have changed the world then, but I've done what I could, in my own way. Though I would prefer it did not come to war, I'll still stand by you through whatever may come. All right, bye.
Hello, darling.
Got any fun Hollywood gossip for me?
Oh, really? I thought you were above that sort of thing, Gia.
I don't know where I went wrong to give you that impression.
Trust me, darling. You're better off not knowing those sordid tales.
Fine, then. Tell me about your movies, at least. What was it like making Sunset Parade?
Like that one, did you? Well, here's something even the tabloids won't tell you. My lovely co-star, Dora.
Theodora Fife, you mean?
Naturally. Sweet girl. Very talented. Curses like a drunken pirate. We could hardly get through a scene without her showering us in expletives at least once.
What? But she seems so...
Mm-hmm. Exactly, darling.
So is this the first civilian revolt you've set in motion?
Come to think of it, yes, I believe it is. Do I sense an impending reprimand?
No. I'm just as responsible for it as you are. I'm fine with making reckless calls when it's just my own neck on the line. This is... different.
Damn right it is. But let's not be uncharitable, Perhaps a better word than reckless might be... bold.
Try pitching that to a mother who's just lost her kids because of a civil war we started.
Look, this outfit has to come together. I have to make it more than just a rabble of ragtag groups. And Annie's a clear target. We're giving them a symbol, Gia. An alternative. Something better to look toward.
Yeah, but how do we know things will get better?
Anything's better than this, darling. You already know that. See you soon.
Why are you here, Benny?
There's a heavy feeling in the air tonight. Benny sits at a table with a hangdog impression, an open root beer on the table in front of him. He barely acknowledges me as I sit. Hi there, kid. What's with the basset hound impression? Someone break your pencil?
Oh, hi, Gia. I got a problem, see? There's this girl. I think she's real swell.
Nellie, right?
How did you know?
Magic smuggler powers? Come on, it's obvious. She's cute, she's smart, and she's the only one here not old enough to be your mother. What's not to like?
I just don't know what to do. Should I ask her out? Or maybe get her a little gift? Or just forget about it? I mean, she's class. And I'm just... me.
I hate to dampen your burgeoning thoughts of romance, young man, but Eleanor is quite absorbed with her research. I doubt she would have time to deal with your infatuation.
I'm about to fire back at Alistair for his unasked-for opinion, but Benny's excited exclamations have attracted the attention of some of our mutual associates. Apparently they have their own thoughts to share. This should be good.
Well, well, our little boy chick is growing up. Benito, lad, just remember that a young lady is not property or a prize to be won. Listen and learn about her. Take your time. Nothing worthwhile comes quickly.
Oh, you want my advice too? Why not make her something nice, like a paperweight or birdhouse, I don't know.
Benny is wilting under the merciless deluge of well-meaning romantic guidance. I put a hand on his arm and lean in to give him some big sister counsel. What exactly do you like about Nellie, Benny?
Well, she's real nice. And she's pretty and smart, and she's got a lot of heart.
Right. Those are good things to like. What's her favorite song? Where did she grow up? Does she like to read?
I don't know.
Exactly. If you're interested in her, be interested. Ask questions. Don't be a pest. Get to know her, and the more you do, the more she'll want to know you too.
That's pretty good advice. Especially for an old maid. Thanks, Gia.
Benny flashes me a too-wide smile and pushes his hat back on his head, impervious to my answering glare. He strolls out the door whistling a jaunty tune. Was I ever that easy to please?
Yes? Take care.
Hello again. See you soon, darling.
Back so soon.
Okay, no update here. Now I have money, but I think I have to respect Gia's talent now.
Take your time, but do not linger.
I found some things that are more unique. Mind taking a look?
And pray tell, what diamonds in the rough have you found, Michichi?
And for these key items, I don't know whether they will be used or not later on, so I can say about them only when I saw the ending.
That's all.
Do widzenia. Yes?
Had a feeling the sit down with Annie wouldn't go smoothly. Just didn't think it'd take a sharp turn sideways.
I don't understand. She's seen the well. She must know what'll happen if left unchecked. Why wouldn't she want it fixed? Surely that would impress her followers more than some stage showmanship.
Hell if I know. Maybe she bought into the lie herself. Or maybe she's more conniving than we thought. Either way, I doubt she'll bend unless we make her.
I hope she does. All those people are on the edge of the well. If the well breaks through those towers... Oh, it'll be really bad, Gia.
Stumbled across this while I was out.
How did you find something like this down here? I think I can now finish this little side project I've been working on. I'll leave something for you in the steamer trunk when it's all done.
Yes, one more invention.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Ah, Miss Randazzo. Take care out there.
Miss Randazzo, take care now.
Hey there. Be careful out there.
Yes? Bye for now.
And I checked already. There's no more dialogues left here. Now I have to choose between these two grenade launchers. This one has 1 round cooldown. And applies staggered condition. I'll just equip this grenade launcher. Wait a minute. Soon I level up. If I leave my home base now, I level up in Nations Crusade. So I'll respec my Gia now. My Sophie learned these 2 lines, and my Crest learned these 2 lines. When I reach level 18, perhaps Crest will learn this line. In that case, it will be better Gia to save these 8 points to learn these 2 lines. So that's why I wanna respec my Gia. In that case, I'll take this repulse for Gia. And I think I have to buy some repair items. Let's visit this place first. Because this place is very close.
The museum's a sealed-up mausoleum. Its headstone, a weathered sign, reads closed permanently due to crimes against human decency. So why is the lock on the side door brand new? I pick the lock, and the gallery door opens its polished floors and uncovered displays to me. Someone's been taking care of the place, and they've left a canvas inviting guest messages. Among the heartfelt appreciations, initials, and doodles, a cartoon Annie sulks in a corner. The streetlights just ahead turn green. I'm heading into the intersection when a pair of large trucks coming from both directions smash into each other at high speed, erupting in a shower of glass. The hair on the back of my neck stands on end. Something feels off about this. I have a split second to decide what to do as I close in on the wreck. The timing is just too perfect. Almost as if the accident were triggered by somebody who was watching. My gut twists with chill certainty. This is an act of sabotage, leaving me with nowhere to run.
Okay, failed.
I instantly know that I've been ambushed. I stomp hard on the accelerator for a quick burst of speed, and then cut the repulsors, letting the car drift. I'm praying I can make it under the trucks. It's no good. I've built up too much momentum. I gun the engine and slam hard on the brakes, drifting to a stop just before I crash. I reach for my weapon. These are Blacktail's assassins, the most dangerous mercs in the business. The only way out of here is through them.
And you die here. Bye. Let's see. Okay, I can count only one of them. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay, almost no damage this time.
The spotlighted reader boards filled up with names, but I somehow doubt Charity Grissom's short stories of the soul would have headlined during the place's club days. I snoop the stacks of dry reading material and breathe stale air until I find something shiny hidden away in the back room. A projector stocked with bootleg film reels.
Okay, let's go back and recover. Maybe I can just sell this item. So now I can buy this item. For more power. And I sell this one also.
I wade neck deep into a lake of humanity. Pilgrims flood the space from station to ferry, many wearing clothes peculiar to far-flung baronies. Locals still comprise the majority, but it's a slim one.
Gia, over here!
Benny? Thought you were hanging around the hole.
I can't be cooped up nowhere. Besides, there's a scoop here, and I'm going to find it.
All right, Benny. What do you know?
The pilgrimage is supposed to be this big religious thing, see? Supposed to make you reflect on Annie's journey when you walk through. All the locals gotta do it. But there's something rotten in the apple bucket. My sources say there's preferential treatment, money greasing holy palms, and abuse going all the way up the chain, right to the top.
Guess the best way to get a fair view is as pilgrims.
Yep, underground's got our entrance fee. So all we gotta do is keep our peepers open and look for clues.
All right, let's get on board.
Pardon, friend. You look like you're from out of town.
I'm here to find, well, I guess what it all means. Annie started a mission on my island, and it turned my whole life around. I just want to know more.
So you're from Nation's Crusade, huh? Care to share your pre-pilgrimage thoughts with the crier?
I'm so excited. Everyone who lives under Annie's miraculous rule should go at least once. And I've already been thrice. I'm very lucky.
Shoo, I have no time for questions.
As we step in a line, Benny pulls a notepad from his pocket. I can't see what he's writing, but his furious urgency suggests a live transcription of the people around him.
I'm here for my monthly visit. I live close, you see, because I come once a month. Yes, of course I brought a donation.
I guess for the experience? I've never been. I'm from the Morrigan Barony. Donation? No, I only brought enough for the entrance. Was I supposed to?
I am merely here to see the sights. Yes, my first visit from Bottle Hill. The Soul? I think there's been a mistake. I might be a first-time visitor, but I'm a regular sponsor. Pastor Zachary has me on the other list. Now, excuse me.
I'm here to learn. Oh, my second visit. First and a half.
No, I can't afford a donation. We went through that the last time.
Uh-huh. Duly noted. Here's your pass for the Sol.
The Sol? Wait a damn... I mean... dang moment. I was on that route last time, and I'm lucky my head's still in one piece. Doesn't me coming back mean anything? How about me being from Nation's Crusade?
It's out of my hands, miss. I'm just following guidelines. Both ferries will get you to the pilgrimage site.
Gosh darn it. Fine. But I'm coming back to haunt you if something goes wrong.
Please refrain from blasphemy and swearing when you reach the site. Next. Next. Please state your names, purpose of visit, if you've previously taken the pilgrimage, which barony you're from, and if you'd like to make a donation.
Benny Big Mouth Castellano, reporter for the Midtown Crier. Here with my associate, who will introduce herself.
Gia Randazzo, here to make sure my associate gets what he needs for the story.
Well, isn't that swell? I have 2 spots open on the Solomon. It's our most scenic route.
Just a moment. I gotta confer with my associate here.
Benny takes a few steps to the side, lowering his voice. I get the feeling he's about to suggest we pedal a bicycle to Annie's walk instead.
What? My reporter sense is tingling. I've seen this before. They've given us the cushy route to butter us up. You want to get to know a joint? You gotta see how they treat the little guy.
I take a few steps back to the booth. What's the difference between the Sol and the Solomon?
The Sol's route is themed around the mistakes and triumphs of the past. The Solomon's route is themed around having the wisdom to see the path forward.
And how do you decide who boards which ferry?
Well, many of our most generous supporters prefer the Solomon. They tend to book in advance. Most walk-ins board the Sol.
So let's go south.
You take donations. If I make one, could we board the Sol instead?
I'm sorry, I think I misheard. You want to donate to be put on the Sol?
It's a personal thing. My Zio used to take me on a ferry just like the Sol when I was a little girl.
Huh. Usually people who make a donation want to be on the Solomon. But I guess there's no rule against it. Here, 2 tickets for the Sol. Have a safe trip.
Pilgrims from the uppers are a strange sight. You see tourists in Dreamland for obvious reasons, but here? Some of the ones I see don't look like they're here for their faith, though. Benny and I load up our cars and step out onto the deck.
Okay, I can go only this way.
On your right, you'll see the Cana Enclave. It's the site of one of Annie's first missions. It was places like this that would later provide lessons for Annie's later work, like Gethsemane.
Annie's lessons haven't always been painless for the non-believers in her cause. What happened at Cana was retold in breathless whispered rumors. It's outwardly pretty, though flaws crack through the exterior here and there. A burned-out lamppost, a rusty gate. The money isn't coming into Cana.
Dear Sir, meeting at...
I spot Ida alone on a bench near the edge of the deck. Her index fingers tap carefully on her lap, pushing into a sheet of paper diagrammed to look like the keys on a typewriter.
What you doing? Don't look like you're taking in the scenery.
Oh, I've seen it before. It seemed like a good time to get in typing practice instead. We're still a long way off from the pilgrimage site.
Anything worth keeping an eye out for?
Not much. The big attractions are on the Solomon's route, I hear. No sparkling juice for us either.
Oh, I thought it would be bigger.
Need anything, miss?
So, Cana Enclave. This was one of Annie's first gardens, right?
Yes, miss. It was before Annie tamed the well, so they didn't have much. But she came every day to work the plot, and people joined her. They grew something, and more people came.
And the previous Baron didn't like that. From what I heard, he sent goons to bury the garden in concrete.
Yeah, but Annie stopped them. It was one of the first times she stood up to the Baron before, God softened his heart.
The Bluebell's cheeks pinken on the company line like he's hiding a broken vase under a rug. Surprised Nation's Crusade doesn't keep it better maintained. Are all the landmarks along the Saul's route like this one?
Well, humility is next to holiness. And, there used to be a proper stop there to look around the Enclave.
What happened?
The staff was transferred to a different mission. Or something like that.
Anything funny happen on your shift?
Someone got airsick on the last journey. I had to do a deep clean. Not a fan.
Uh-huh. The kid's shoulders jerk, taking my skepticism like a chicken stuck in a coop with a fox. He's hiding something. But before I can ease it out, Benny takes a swipe.
Aw, can the twit. I bet you know all the secrets around here. What's a skinny? And why's it got you spooked? Oh, look at the time. I have to chase the seagulls off the deck.
He flies off to the other side of the ship, leaving us with a half-filled page and a shared dubious look.
You're thinking it too, right? He knows something.
Maybe. Next time, try a lighter touch.
Oh, I thought it would be...
Need anything, miss?
The deck shakes, and a plume of white smoke appears over the ferry as it comes to a sudden stop.
So sorry for the minor inconvenience. Please remain calm.
So, how do you like Nation's Crusade? If I wanted to move...
Well, if you're looking for safety and you're willing to put in the work to get to know people, it's a good place to be. You might want to keep your head down, though. People can be suspicious. And make sure you tell them you've done the pilgrimage. Everyone trusts you more if you have.
Thanks. I'll need to think about it. You're swell, miss.
I spot a bluebell fiddling with a steaming pipe. He tries in vain to wrap a roll around the thing. This one is no Aether. Hey kid, you look like it's your first time with a pipe and it just insulted your mother. Let me give you a hand.
Okay.
He hands me the tape, and I fish around in my pocket for a moment before withdrawing a coin and pressing it against the leak. I quickly wrap the tape over the coin, eliciting a sigh of relief from the kid and the pipe.
Thank you, miss. I gotta go let the captain know.
He turns to run off, but turns back to look at me instead. His face twists like he's debating a stupid idea, but his lips move of their own accord.
Hey, if you hear something that sounds a lot like someone whistling in the jailhouse now, you should hit the deck. Probably.
The ferry's progress falls into a sedate rhythm. A cool breeze blows across the deck, and for a moment, everything is calm. Hey, Benny, you found anything?
I've been tailing the crew. Seems oddly light for a ferry this size, and the bluebells made himself scarce since the last stop. Maybe he's up to something.
Yeah, I'm feeling on edge. I can't shake the sense of danger right out of view.
Yeah, whole thing reeks. I wonder.
The shrill whistle of a woman's voice cuts through our conversation, followed by a song. I recall what the bluebell told me before he ran off. The same bluebell that's conspicuously absent from the deck. Get down! Benny and I hit the deck, narrowly avoiding a twisted shard of the hull blown past by an explosion. The distinct rat-a-tat of gunfire carries on the air.
Oh, this is gonna be fun!
Giovanna, I'm not long for this world.
Don't look now, but I think we ain't out of the woods just yet. The baddies tailing that other fairy are coming this way.
They're catching up. Pull this damn boat over or we'll all go down in flames.
Hello! I was wondering why my men came back bruised. Instead of a herd of sacrificial lambs, I found a bird with a sharp beak.
Back off. I have a bullet with your name on it, and it's begging to fly.
Oh, now you're talking my language. Can't back off anyway. See, we signed a contract with Baron... You know what? No reason to tell you who or why. This is going to happen. I think that's enough dust-up for today, but this won't be the last time. Be sure to tell any of your friends planning a little trip.
The Sol is missing large chunks of hull, and smoke hangs heavy in the air. Still seems airworthy, but she's going to need repairs.
Okay, I leveled up again. I'll continue this game in my next video. Thank you. See you next time.